Okay, let's take a look at how to connect Android Studio to Firebase. I'll click Start a new Android Studio project. Click Empty Project, click Next. Give it some kind of name, Firebase. Down here, this should be set. Use Android X asterisk artifacts. Click Finish. And I was thinking, okay. At this point, let's see, where was it at? Tools, Firebase. And there's different items here. Specifically, we want to expand the real-time database and click this Save and Retrieve Data. Now at this point, we want to click Connect to Firebase. And we want to click Create New Firebase Project, and I'll leave that as Firebase 2, same as my project name. Now click Connect to Firebase. If it errors out, then you may have to click the Connect to Firebase again. I haven't had any problems with that, but I've watched some YouTube videos where people said that they would have trouble with it connecting. Now, after it comes back and says connected, then I want to add the real-time database to your app. And this tells you what changes it's going to make. We're fine with that. Click Accept Changes. Okay. If I go expand the Gradle scripts over here and look at, I think it's module. You'll see it added some information here. Specifically, they're in yellow. It's because it adds an old version. If I put my mouse over it, you see it says a newer version of Android X .app compat app compat, then 1.02 is available. 1.10. So I'm going to change that to 10, like that. Put my mouse over this, as the newer one is 19.2.1. 19.2.1. Mouse over this, 111. And put mouse over that, 3.2.0. Now you won't always put those numbers in. Just come over here and put your mouse over it and see what the newest one is. Now you do need to click this Sync Now here. Okay, got the little check marks and everything looks fine. Come back over here. I want to configure Firebase database rules. You click this button or link says Configure Rules for Public Access. Okay, it brings up Firebase. May have you log in with your Gmail account. Up here, you see where it says To Console. Click that. Or you can go directly to console.firebase.google.com. And I've been playing a little bit. Here's Firebase 2, so click that. Now when this comes up, I want to click Database. And I know it seems counterintuitive, but we have to click Create Database. So it seems like that's what we did on the other side, but we didn't. Click Create Database, click Start in Test Mode, because we're just testing. And then I'll click, of course, they tell you anyone with your database reference will be able to read or write to your database for 30 days. Okay, click Next. And this is fine here, so I'll go ahead and click Done. This takes a little bit to load in. Okay. Now, once this comes up, you see where it says Cloud Firestore up here. You want to choose choose this option and choose real-time database. Now, when that comes up, I'll click Rules here. And you see where it says read is false and write is false. I want to change those to true. And I'm going to click this Publish. I'll come up here, tell you rules published. Okay. So we just configured the FireBase database rules. Write, read. Okay. Well, there's main activity.java. We want to test it to make sure it'll connect to our FireBase database. So up here in this onCreate, we're going to put some code in here to go out, do toast dot make text and goes here. Oh yeah, main activity dot this comma and then Firebase connected and then toast dot length long. Where's my mouse? Or my cursor? There it is. Dot show. There we go. Now, at this point, that's weird. I thought I'd have to do an alt enter, but I guess not. At this point, let's run it. Now I'm gonna bring up my emulator. You may miss it if it brings up the emulator in the background. It's the message just there very briefly. Assuming I don't got an error. I don't always remember everything correctly. It seems like none of the videos are up to date with the most common. There he goes. In the bottom it says Firebase connected. And goes away. So our app is now connected to Firebase. Oops. What the world is that? Let's try to end the recording. Shift function.